What's going on, everyone? Josh Rzepka here, and welcome to another midweek edition of Mute Monday. If you're new around here, welcome. Mute Monday is a series where I demonstrate and discuss different trumpet mutes so that you know what they're all about, and more importantly, you know what they sound like. Today, I am very excited to be bringing to you these two mutes from Tatu Mutes. Now, this video is not sponsored. However, both of these mutes were sent to me so that I could make this video. Tatu Mutes are designed and made in Budapest, Hungary by Mate Berzuni, and he is an orchestral horn player. And previously, I made a video reviewing his first two straight mutes, and if you haven't had a chance to watch that video, well, you could find the link right up here. Now, before we dive into everything, if you haven't downloaded my free mute handbook, what are you waiting for? It is filled with tips and tricks to help elevate your mute game and get you playing better starting today. Click that link below, enter your email, and it will be sent directly to your inbox. All right, so today I've got two new mutes to share with you, an adjustable cup mute as well as this new straight mute, the Model 1 BS, and BS stands for brass sheet because there is a thin brass resonator at the bottom of this mute. Now, before I get into all the details and playing examples, let's check both of these out up close. Starting with this adjustable cup mute. Look how nice this mute is. The construction on this is just beautiful. Now, on the bottom, you can see there is a wooden resonator, and I love how the name and logo are laser etched into this. That logo, that is the Orion constellation. Now, this resonator is solid oak. It is not a layered plywood like so many other resonators out there. And then on the inside of this cup, you can see it's got this nice red felt material. Now, the felt on the inside of this cup, it can actually be removed, and I'll be demonstrating this mute in a number of different permutations, demonstrating and playing it in the open and then tight position with and without the felt insert. As with all the mutes that Tatu makes, the corks on these are very narrow and just beautifully designed. And the top of this mute, check out the angle on the top of that. All of his mutes are like that, and this isn't just a fun design. Through testing, he found that makes a difference in the way that it plays. Now, the adjustable bottom of this cup, it's got a small felt ring on the inside, which allows it to easily slide over the base, but it's got enough grip to keep it in place, so it works very nicely. Also, you notice that the bottom of this mute, it's not flared in any way, so you can slide the cup off from the top or the bottom. So just watch out as you're adjusting this and removing it from your horn, because it's possible to slide the cup off the bottom. As is the case with all the Tatu mutes I've had a chance to play and review, these mutes are very thin. You can see here, just by slightly squeezing this cup, there is quite a bit of give to it. However, these seem to be pretty durable, and they are definitely well made. Now, in general, all the Tatu mutes, they are extremely light, but this cup mute, it's got a little bit of weight to it because of that wooden resonator. But overall, this still feels lighter than the majority of cup mutes presently on the market. Now, let's check out this straight mute up close. As you can see, this has got a really nice design, and the manufacturing on this is just fantastic. I love the finish on this. It is so smooth and nice. It really does not look like a 3D printed mute. This mute is extremely thin and very, very light. And as you can see, there is this small resonator on the bottom. This is a thin yellow brass disc, and it's been added to this mute in order to bring more of a metallic color to the sound compared to the ones that don't have the resonator. And on the very top, as you can see, these thin corks, as well as that angle, of the very, very top of the mute, just a beautiful design. Now, I had a chance to speak with the creator of these mutes while preparing this video, and he told me the development of both of these mutes, well, it happened pretty quickly after his first batch of mutes. The straight mute was released in May of 2022, and I believe the cup mute came around the same time. And for the cup mute, he experimented with different cup sizes, designs, as well as different materials for the felt on the inside of that cup. Now, one important note that Tatu Mute asked me to share with all of you was that when you put these mutes into the bell, just a gentle turn. Just don't smash them into the bell. Otherwise, they're going to go in too far. As thin as these are, they can compress as you push them in too much and go into the bell too deep, and then they're not going to play with the proper intonation or response. All right, well, that is enough information. Let's hear how all of these mutes sound. All right, so you just had a chance to hear both of these mutes, and what did you think? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're at it, why don't you hit that like and subscribe button? It really makes a very big difference. Now, starting off with this cup mute, what did you think about this one? For me, overall, I really enjoy playing this mute. The response and intonation are pretty solid from low F sharp all the way past high C. The articulation is nice, it's even, it's got a good definition, and the sound is consistent throughout the registers. And you can really hear how dramatic the sound changes depending on whether, you've got it in an open position, a tighter position, or whether you've got the felt insert, inside, or if you take that felt out. It really gives you just such a wide palette to choose from. Personally, I think this could be a terrific cup mute for classical soloists, and I imagine it would work well in recording situations. This could also work for ensemble situations where you don't need that much bite or edge to the articulation, but you need a nice full cup sound. And because of that wooden resonator and the overall design, it's just got this nice warm sound. But I gotta say, if you really lean into this, it starts to get brighter and it will definitely project. And that is particularly noticeable if you adjust this to be more on the tight side and, just really lean into it and play out. Now, how about this straight mute? What did you think? I've got to say, I really love this mute. It is sleek, it is so light you barely feel it in the bell, and most importantly, it plays so well. From low F sharp all the way past high C, the articulation, the intonation, spot on. It's easy to play, and it's got just this really nice transparent mute sound. One thing that I really loved about his earlier straight mutes was how nice and transparent of a sound they had, and this one is no different. But that small addition of the metal resonator on the bottom, it's a nice option, and it does just slightly more metallic color to the sound. Gives it a little bit more edge when you're playing out, and that seems to be exactly what he was looking for when he was designing this mute. For me, I could see myself using this mute in a lot of different situations. As it's got great projection and clarity of sound, this would be very well suited for ensemble, large ensemble work, and I think this would also be a terrific mute for solo work, depending on the piece. This mute responds very well at soft dynamics and also at loud dynamics. So any piece with a really wide dynamic range, that would be a great candidate for this mute. I've also used this on big band gigs, and it has worked out great. All right, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Another big thanks to Tatu Mutes for sending these to me so that I could create this. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.